So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. We're going to be looking back at UFL. I basically think now, folks, this is the game that we're all looking at because it's very close now to actually showing some gameplay. January 27th is when we're going to feast our eyes on some sort of gameplay footage. But the other day, on January 6th, there it is, they did put out a motion capture and animation sort of trailer diary. It wasn't really a trailer, but, you know, developer diary showing what they're doing behind the scenes. I like that. I like it. Why? Because they're being transparent with you. They're showing you straight off the gate. This is what we're doing. We're using Mocap. We're putting it in the game. This is how we're developing the game over the last few years. So we're going to have a quick look at this. We're going to head over to YouTube. I'm going to make myself smaller as well because you don't need my big fat face taking up the whole screen. So we're not going to have any audio. If you want to see the original video, then check out in the description or the pinned comment. I will leave it there, but I'll put the closed captioning on as well. So I'll be able to read you what's going on. So they showed the studio itself, and then they were straight into sort of the mocap, which is the meat and bones of any kind of animation design work. So here he is, Karel Zalewski, who's a producer with Strikers Inc. and has been working on football movement animations. He played at academy level, but he had to give up his dream to go on to professional due to injury. That's always a shame, but it doesn't stop him from getting involved. Hey, dream job, mate. Honestly, working on a football game. Anyone want me? Snap me up. I'm free. So anyway, here they are showcasing the natural movements of how players move. And then you've got Matvey something Filatov there. He is the motion capture expert. And you can see he's taken a few touches, doing a few moves. He played a few international games at club youths level. Interesting. And then they show a few things of this. Now, we're going to go back to this, okay? This is what I'm talking about. They're actually showing how this may look in-game. Now, first of all, remember, folks, this is old footage, okay? So anything we now see after this is going to be more updated, more polished, more refined. This is the worst the game can possibly look. Well, you'd hope so, unless it gets the Konami treatment, and sometimes it goes backwards, but we don't want to see that. Then we got this guy, the game designer, Dennis. What's up, Dennis? He works in movement animations for more than 3 years. His job is to integrate and adjust animations. And then this guy who's got his footballing esports experience, once again, showcasing a couple of animations. We're going to go back to all that stuff, folks. Don't you worry about it. But I like this video. It was simple, to the point. It showed you what you need to be showed, and at least it didn't hide anything. Okay? And there we go. UFL. Fair to play, and then we're going to have the trailer coming out for the gameplay very, very soon. So let's dive into this a little bit deeper and go to, well, I mean, I do have some screenshots that I could show you, and I'll show you those afterwards. But what we're going to do first of all is go to some actual visual representation of what's going on. Right. This is the first piece right here. Now, the player models don't look great, I'll be honest with you, but I can't really hold judgment because I'm sure they haven't been given any of the graphical treatment, I'm sure. My only thing about these, and there are a few of them, I mean, we can slow this down, and if we do slow it down, then we'll get a better representation. I mean, I like the animations. I think they look natural. I don't think there's any problems with that. You can see the way the players kind of turn and move. Like, here's another example right here. A little touch. You know, you see his left foot there. Kind of does that little animation. Watch it. Just watch it. Just watch it. The left foot doesn't glide. If you were playing FIFA, that foot would have glided across the floor like you wouldn't believe. Watch it. But he actually takes a step. Then he touches the ball, puts it into his path, readjusts his feet, and away he goes again. This is why I'm hoping this game, animation-wise, would at least be very fluid, natural, nice to look at. Let's move forward. I mean, if they're going to use this kind of technology here, just the player kind of passing the ball very slowly while he's walking, that's kind of a cool little animation as well. There were a lot more other ones as well back here. Let's have a look. Where are we? So we got this one here. So this was getting it on the chest, as you can see. Taking a couple of touches and then accelerating away, getting it down again. As I said, I like the animations. Like, if this is going to be in-game, which I'm sure it will be, why wouldn't it? That's the whole purpose of doing all this mocap. But the way he strikes the ball, it looks clean. My only concern, which, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up my images because that's much better for you guys to actually take a look at. So this is the first image that I pulled. And that was just kind of showing you, you know, how they're doing this whole, you know, skeleton, hexoskeleton type deal. And the way that kind of the body is all linked together. It's kind of interesting. And then they showed that. That's them basically taking the mocap, putting it into transition. There's the lady working on this guy. There he is. You see that guy? There he is. But there is a concern, okay? And my only concern is how thin these player models are. Like, this guy looks very much like a scarecrow. Like, he's way too thin. There was one that was even worse, I'm sure. Like here. As I said, I'm not going to take any of this like it's going to be in-game because this isn't being finally released. There's nothing to show this is finalized. But he's way too thin. You know, he needs more bicep. His quads are minute. I mean, his calves are basically the same size as his quads. So yeah, maybe the player models do need a little bit of work in that regard. As I say, it looks way too small for my liking. Once again, you can see even more now that his arm is just one thing. There's no... has he not been working out, son? Huh? Get the old biceps going. Then you move forward to this one, showcasing this once again. Oh no, that's... oh look, I'm comparing them now. Didn't even know you could do that. Then they're working on the hexoskeleton again, showing you that, you know, you can pivot, you can move the arms. I don't know what they're using for this. This looks kind of familiar, like Maya. I've used 3D Maya before. I don't think this is exactly the same one, but blimey, it's hard work. Very difficult software to use. There he is taking a touch on the chest. Leaning down. That's a kind of cool little animation. And that was him after taking the strike as well. I mean, the players probably do look better with long sleeves because you can't really see their arms. That actually looks kind of like a Bournemouth shirt, to be fair. It does. It looks like Bournemouth. In fact, the crest kind of looks similar. And that was after. So there you go. There's a... You know what? We could even do that. That's a nice little thing you can do on Windows 11. Look at that. Comparing things. Very fancy. So yeah, there he is, taking the shot. Boom, boom, boom. Looks good. And then after here, we had just sort of a shot showcasing the West Ham fun. So that was pretty much the animations, folks. And that's really what I wanted to touch upon was just having a look at the animations a little bit more before we get to January 27th and we can actually see some gameplay. But I do like the fact that they've put this out. They're not hiding anything. They're letting us know what they're using. Mocap, they go from there. They put it into the game. They tweak the animations. I mean, they've said they've been spending about 3 years that way. 3 years on animations, which is a good amount of time. It is a very, very good amount of time. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts below, what you make about those kind of player models, as you can see from here, that they're working on. I don't think they're going to look like this. Like, don't hold me to that, okay? But I would really hope that graphically... I don't know why his arm's that far back, though. Have you ever ran like that? It seems to be a reoccurring thing, though, doesn't it? PES does it as well. Like, when I play for... I've never ran with my arm that far back. Who's using the animations for that? Let me have a look here. I mean, I know he's trying to, like... I don't know. It's an interesting one. I just think his arm's way too high. I would make that arm less. My personal opinion. But I'm not a developer, so what can I say? But anyway, let me know your thoughts below. Just a quick one today, because I wanted to put this out because I think it's interesting. It's something new. It's a new game we're all kind of looking forward to because we only have FIFA to play right now, let's be honest, and I'm bored of it, so I want something good. So please be good, UFL. Anyway, we'll return with Master League shortly, and until next time, subscribe for more. Let me know your thoughts below, and take care.